Profits or people? What's more important in business? Hi, my name is Katherine Gall, and I am a double major at Western Kentucky University. As a business major, I'm focusing on management and finance. Those two majors will really help me in the workforce when I'm a manager as well. It's important as a manager to understand the profits within the company and also the people that are working for you. By using these two majors and this leadership project, I figured out just how to be the best manager that I can be. Now, before we can really analyze whether profits or people is more important in leadership, it's important to understand what leadership is. Leadership, as a definition, is the process of a social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards an achievement of a goal. Now, some people think that leadership is based on how high up you are in the totem pole in the business, or what your pay grade is, or your personal attributes. Some authors, such as John Maxwell, have said that leadership is an influence, nothing more, nothing less. While other authors, such as Peter Drucker, a famous management consultant and author, says, the only definition of a leader is someone who has followers. Now, leaders are found throughout history. George Washington, for example, without his leadership, we wouldn't have had the American Revolution. Without Martin Luther King Jr., we wouldn't have had the Civil Rights Movement. Now, what do all these people have in common? They helped influence people to work towards a certain goal, which is what leadership is. It's not a definition on how much you make or how high you are in the totem pole. It's based on what you can do to help people move forward and reach a certain goal. What is profit? Profit's a financial benefit that's received when the amount of revenue exceeds the expenses within a certain period of time. Jack Zenger, a leadership enthusiast, wanted to conduct a study. He got a group of leaders and divided them into 3 different groups. The bottom 10% of poor leaders, middle 80% of good leaders, and top 10% of great leaders. Now, the bottom 10% of poor leaders, after the year was up, was in $1.2 million in debt. The middle 80% of good leaders were at $1.2 million in profit, but the top 10% of great leaders, they were in $4.5 million in revenue. Now, the division between the poor and great leaders really helped Zenger and his team understand the impact of leadership when it was performed at its highest level. Now, on to the people side. There are 14.6 million people in the workforce today. Lolly Daskell, an executive leadership coach, says, it'd be very difficult to find anyone who you would consider successful who didn't benefit considerably from the relationships he or she had formed. Leadership is very important, and also so are people. I work in a people business. I'm a server at a restaurant, and I have 6 different managers. Now, I did a study between my managers because I wanted to find out if they thought people or profit was more important in leadership. Out of my 6 managers, I had found that 4 out of 6 of them believe people are more important, and 2 out of 6 of them believe that profit was more important. Now, the managers that had told me people were more important had said that people are what makes the world go round. Without people, you wouldn't have business. Even if profits are the main motivator for people, leaders have a way in motivating people as well. Leaders help people get motivated, and that's why the result of people are more important, and that's what makes leaders successful. Leaders are very important. They're some of the strongest people in the world, and they really help you realize your fullest potential in the workplace. Again, even if profits are the main motivator for people, leaders have a way in motivating people as well. Without leaders, you wouldn't have someone to bring you up while you're down. So in conclusion, when you think about whether people are more important or if it's profits more important, the numbers will show profit comes when people are good leaders. But you can't have that profit without the people behind it. As a leader, if you are motivating your people that work for you and you are helping them on the way, you're not just telling them what to do, your profits are going to go up. They're going to be so much better in the end because your people are working better together. As a leader, you have the power to make your workplace better, and you also have the power to make your people better as well. It's your job to help them reach their fullest potential. As a leader, you have a very important job. You're working for numbers, yes. You're trying to get the best possible result for your company. But you're also in charge of people who look up to you. They look to you for leadership. They look to you so you can help them in the long run. As a manager, it's important not to be a boss, not to be someone that bosses people around, tells them what to do. You need to be a leader. You need to be in the front. You need to be helping. You need to be showing by example. At my workplace, our owner, he's not just a boss. He doesn't bark around orders to us. He comes out and he helps us. He helps us run food. He helps us fill up drink because he leads by example. And by him doing that, it helps us be better servers and helps our workforce work better, and it helps us make our revenue better as well. So in conclusion, yes, profits are important, but leaders are more important. They have a way of motivating people, and everything is a people's business because when the people are doing well, profit comes as well. So in the end, when you're deciding between what's better for a leader, if it's profits or people, it's going to be people in the end because without those people, how are you going to have that profit?